Well, pronounced good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the final stage of the Toyota Harlech Stages 2025. Stage 6 of 6, and what a day we've had. Boy, Spark, unbelievable. Thank you very much to our sponsors here, M-Trek, Cymru, Castell, and of course the Toyota sponsors, as well as the sponsors on your screen at the moment. Thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support throughout the day. What a day. It is, all comes down to this, the final stage of this year's event. What a day has been, the glorious sunshine this afternoon to excellent action throughout the day. It's been an absolute joy and a pleasure to be at this fantastic venue. Llanbedr Airfield certainly has not disappointed once again this year. So we have got car number 1, and that is Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards on the line, ready to tackle the final stage of this year's event. Their lead over John Stone is 47 seconds. Now, yes, it does sound like a lot, but it is just 47 seconds. It could be anything. Anything can happen. We're in the world of rallying. We're in the hands of the gods. Anything can happen in the world of motorsport. So, yes, only 47 seconds separate the top two. Dan Humphries and Johnny Tad Evans lie in third overall. 18 seconds behind John Stone. Jack Derbyshire is in fourth place. We then got Paul Fowden in fifth. Robert Tout in sixth. Is only 6 seconds behind Paul Fowden heading into the final stage of the rally. That is a battle to watch out for. We'll certainly be keeping an eye on them too as they head into the final stage, especially looking at the times afterwards. In 7th place we have Mark Smith, in 8th place we have Lewis Rees, and in 9th Richard Owen Morgans. And rounding off the top 10 for this year's event at the moment before the final stage is Brandon Smith in that Darien T9. Yes, look at the scenes. This is what we've been blessed with all day. Stunning footage, stunning scenery, and look at that runway. Is so inviting. Look at we can look down to our right and left hand side and straight ahead of us. Some of the places where the rally cars have been going throughout the day, chicanes, hairpins, and all sorts of obstacles there to entertain our drivers. And one of the most beautiful locations here with the Snowdonia National Park to our left hand side and the beautiful coastline ahead of us and to our side. Yes, this runway here, a little bit of history for you, is the second longest runway in the UK. Unbelievable, and we are fortunate enough to be able to use this venue thanks to Harlech and District Motor Club that have got this wonderful venue that we can use this to host this wonderful event each year. So yes, the final stage of this event, just around 9 miles of stage left to run. And then once we completed that, we will be announcing the winner of this year's event. Boy, Spark, it's unbelievable. Where has the time gone? It's only just feels like a few minutes ago that we were here welcoming the first stage of the rally. And thank you for you to tuning in to listen to our broadcast and watching our live footage today. If you've enjoyed it, please drop us a comment and a like and a share. And let's show everybody what a wonderful event and a wonderful setting that we have been blessed with today here. So yeah, car number 1 on the line, as we see the Ford Fiesta Rally 2 car of Thomas Cooper, followed by the Subaru Impreza S11 of Paul Fowden off the line, car number 2 on the line. So yeah, hopefully you're all looking forward. We have got a slight delay in proceedings here. We have got the cars on the line. We'll just wait to get clarification of when the stage will go live. We've just had the junior category go through the stage. I will be able to bring you some timings on the juniors that went through the penultimate stage of the rally. That we have got in front of us at the moment here, and I'll broadcast them to you. So we have still got William Patterson leading the juniors after the penultimate stage, stage number 5. He has now extended his lead from Henry Cynwyl to 29 seconds. A fantastic stage for the Scotsman. In third place, we have Zach Ferber. He is 1 minute and 37 seconds behind Henry Cynwyl. Johan Thomas is in fourth place. He was in third, but now been overtaken by Zach Ferber. So Johan Thomas, is in that Peugeot 107, just 4 seconds behind Zach Ferber. So it's all to play for who will get that podium spot at the end of the day. Kyle Green is in fifth place, and then we have Shane Collins rounding off the top 6 here at the Harlech Juniors event. So yeah, William Patterson, absolutely fantastic rally for him, and as you can see the results on our screen at the moment. And as we now pass back to the main field event for the final stage of the rally. Yeah, thank you to our sponsors, to the main sponsors here, Toyota and Harlech. They're thankful for their continued support for this event, and long may that continue with the Toyota Harlech, main sponsor of this fantastic event. So we have got the Fiesta roaring in the background. I can hear the engines started up. The door will shortly close. The belts will shortly tighten, and I'm sure the countdown will shortly start as we wait for Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards to enter the final stage of this event as the rally leaders going into this stage. Here we go. Full launch control, and here they go. Thomas Cooper, Sarah Edwards into the final stage of the event. Look at this car coming into this control area here, into the hairpin, up with the handbrake, around she goes. Fantastic drive from Thomas Cooper today. And here we have the Subaru Impreza of Paul Fowden and Jason Sugden. Off the line. Paul been using this car for quite a few years now. Wonderful to see these Subarus still going strong as we see Paul into the hairpin here. Round he goes. Paul having a good day. Obviously a big battle between Paul and Robert Tout. And here is the second place man. Here we have John Stone and Alex Stone. Strong day for the VW driver in that R5 car. Wonderful to see such good machinery out on this event. A variety of machinery. And here we have car number 4 of Jack Derbyshire and Phil Boyle in the first evolution of the R5 car. Currently lying 4th overall. Looking to possibly putting a little bit of pressure on Dan Humphries, but I'm sure they'll be happy with that. And here is the man who's battling hard with Paul Fowden, Robert Tout, who will take home the bragging rights to South Wales tonight. Yeah, strange to see Rob in that Ford Fiesta. So used to seeing him in that Mitsubishi Evo for many, many years. But yes, certainly getting the grips with that now. And here we have our third place crew of Dan Humphries and Johnny Tad Evans. Dan, another one that's ventured back from the Escort back into the R5 machinery. Spent many years a Mitsubishi man through and through. And here we have car number 8 of Mark Smith and Tim Nunn. The launch control system on that Darian, amazing stuff. Yeah, as Mark Smith lying 7th overall at the moment. Wonderful scenes here with the sun starting to go down over the bay here in Gwynedd. And this is car number 12, Brandon Smith and Lucy Guttridge. Lying 10th overall at the moment. That will be a fantastic result for these two. Clean and tidy as ever. And here we have, these have had a strong day today. It is car number 13. And that is Lewis Rees and Dorian Rees. Certainly shown how it's done in that little Ford Escort. A very, very strong day. 8th overall at the moment for the crew. So that'll be a great result for them as we look for car number 15. Dave Roberts and Rob Bryn Jones. Car number 15 coming out as we see Paul Fowden in the background. See the Subaru Impreza being chased by the iconic Escort Mark II. Wonderful scenes here. And here we have car number 16 of Leah Halfpenny and Andrew Sankey. Lying 11th overall at the moment. Only 7 seconds behind Brandon Smith. Could they be tempted to get into that 10th and top 10 overall? Could they do it? It's all to play for here on the Toyota Harlech stages. Last stage of the rally. And here we have car number 19, Richard Owen Morgans and Liam Evans in that Fiesta Rally 2. Currently in 9th overall. A great result for these two. Recently been on the rally by Ceredigion, gaining, only had the car just over a year, so gaining with each kilometre. As we look now at car number 20, Robert Cargill and James Martin. As we wait for them to head into the stage. You see Robert Tout coming through. We've got a slight wait here as we wait for car 20 to depart the start line. Here we go. Car number 20. Robert Cargill, James Martin. Heading down towards the first major chicane here and hairpin as we see Dan Humphreys go through. And here we have car number 24. And that is John Cartwright and Anthony Stoneman. Wonderful sounding engine in this car. The flat shift gearbox. Beautiful noise. Bit of a lockup coming in. A lot of travel with the suspension. As we see the Darien come through. Car 22. And that is John Morris and John Paul Morris in that wonderful Escort Mark II. And yeah, had a strong day. They'll be looking to finish off on a high. As we see the beautiful sounding noise, we see car number 1 of Thomas Cooper Only a few miles to go. Few corners left as we witness now the higher revving Honda of Gary Aldenshaw and Gareth Rhys-Jones. These have had a strong day today as we see the car, the Civic, in 17th overall at the moment. And we have car 29, Craig Kennedy and Jonathan Kennedy on the line. That wonderful four-door Impreza. As we see Paul Fowden coming around the hairpin. Here we have car 33, that's Gordon Davis and Jack Morris. Gordon lying 18th overall. A strong result, his first time in the Mitsubishi. There was the swapping back and forth between the Mini and the Escort. So a fantastic result for Gordon if he brings this home. It's not easy to jump in these four-wheel drive machinery with the sort of turbo and obviously a lot more going on, a lot more speed involved. Car 36, and that is the Escort of David Ewan Jones and Nigel Roberts. Slides him way in. The wonderful looking non-arched Escort. Here we have the Fiesta come through. Car number 30. Car number 30 is Mark Blengsop. And Mitsubishi, an iconic car. Loved seeing this all day come through the stages. Different to see it in the black. We're used to that Raleigh art, grey, red and white colours, or the completely red that it went to with Tommy Mackinnon at the end. As we see car 34, and that is the Darien of Alan Gaunt and Wayne Jones. And here we have Dan Humphries come through the last couple of corners of this year's event. So we have got a time on the board for our rally leaders. Thomas Cooper has completed the stage in 8 minutes 8 seconds. John Stone, we have him completed the stage in 8:14, and Paul Fowden has completed the stage in 8:24. So at the moment we'll wait for a few more to come through, but we can nearly officially say that Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards are our rally winners for the 2025 Toyota Harlech stages. We have full confirmation of that. But a fantastic day for the duo. The times are coming in to us here. And we're waiting for Dan Humphries' time to go on the board. As we see car 38. That is of Ricky Reynolds and Hevin Jenkins. Brilliant day for them. Ricky Reynolds and Hevin Jenkins line 20th overall. Strong day for them indeed. And car number 40, that is the Delon Atkinson and Aaron Jones. Another brilliant performance for the duo here. So I'm just going to give you some news. We have got some news. We were talking about the battle between Paul Fowden and Robert Tout. And the honours for the South Wales Day goes to Paul Fowden. He has nipped Robert Tout by 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds separate them after a day's rallying. That's unbelievable. So fantastic result for Paul Fowden. I'm sure Robert Tout will be eager to recommence that battle between the duo as they head to the next round of the championship. So we have got our top 3 here. Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards are our rally winners. John Stone and Alex Stone are second overall and rounding off the top 3. I go through the top 10 a little bit later on. That third place goes to Dan Humphries and Johnny Tad Evans. Fantastic indeed. Here we have, as the action continues here at the airfield in Llanbedr, Boisbach, we have been blessed with a fantastic action throughout the day. As we look now at car number 45, and that is the Talbot Sunbeam of Philip Chislett and Samantha Chislett. This wonderful looking Sunbeam has been fantastic all day. Absolute brilliant to see such an iconic car on our stage. It's been driven well as well. Look at him sliding it around. Absolutely brilliant. Right then, as we wait for car number 55. Oh, the wonderful sounding escort of car 55. And that is of Yolo Edwards and Daniel Jones. They've certainly enjoyed themselves out here. Look at him coming in to the hairpin here, chucking the escort in, having a time of their life, I'm sure. And who wouldn't be in that wonderful escort? Car 44, and that is the Vauxhall Corsa of Martin Quant and Ashley Owen. And they're going into the final stage of the rally. Fantastic day for them as well. As we wait for now our next competitors. Car number 47, and that is the Nissan Micra of Owain Hughes and Chris Phillips. Yeah, that 1400 Micra going well, and we'll see him come round the hairpin here. As now we look at the car 49, and that is the Escort G3, a car that we don't see much of on the stages anymore, but a wonderful car of Maisie Pigott and Julian Monkley. Yeah, 51st overall here last year, so and hopefully brings them to our 31st this year, so a big improvement on last year's event. 53, and that is the Skoda Felicia of Matthew Arnold and Nick Taylor in the co-driver's seat. Matthew having another strong day, 27th overall in this Skoda Felicia. Car 56, and this is the Honda Civic of Mark Lane and James Fleming. Look at that car 25, the wonderful noise from that Honda revving Civic. You see a lot of these out in the junior category in Ireland. They're absolutely on the limit all the time. But yeah, two Hondas coming together there now. Wonderful to see some battles out on the stages. Car 59, and that is James Edge and Alan Roberts. Nearly the first year in competition, and enjoying every single minute of it. Yeah, James Edge, 24th overall at the moment, so a good result for them. See the Subaru Impreza. Now we have car 61, and this is Warren Fairbairn and Myra Fairbairn as they lock up coming in here. A wonderful looking BMW 325i, And car 48 is that the Peugeot 206 of Iwan Llyr Jones and Dewi Hughes. They head now into the final stage of the rally in that wonderful. Oh, he's done it. Oh boy, Iwan having one moment. You would have thought he'd sorted it after last time he had a spin here, but coming in very, very hot and nearly having a full spin again. Boy, oh boy, fantastic scenes here. He was right on the limit coming in there. Co-driver Dewi Hughes must be in his ear now, telling him, keep calm and bring this home, I'm sure is the message. As we see car 57, and that is the Citroen C2 of Lauren Groves and Iwan Jones, with the Lucas Oil sponsorship on the side. Yeah, taking the ladies title last year, and here we have the Corsa being hunted down by the Citroen. As we wait now for car 63, and that will be the Mini of Andrew Davis and Andrew Rees in the Mini Cooper S, becoming a very popular car now on the stages. But recently 65th overall on the Rally by Cardigion, so strong result for them. And here we have the Mini coming through, and then you're followed by the Nissan Micra. Car 64. And this is Thomas Pinon and Sean Rowlands. They're having a good rally today. And yeah, I'm sure that Thomas, lying 36th overall at the moment, will be happy with that as they head into the final stage. And here we have car number 65, and that is the Suzuki Swift of Riley Chester and Steve Dovey. Yeah, due to be out in a Fiesta R2, but in the Swift today, chased down by the Skoda Felicia. And car number 58. Car number 58 of Alan Lister and Ashley Lister, away from the line in that Peugeot 106. Here we have another Civic. Wonderful lines by the Civic driver and Alan Lister and Ashley Lister. Competing on the gravel here and there. And here we have car number 68, and that is the MX-5 of Rod Clark and Nicky Clark as they head towards the first hairpin on the last stage of the rally. And here we have the BMWs. And here we go. 66, and that is the Vauxhall VX 220 of Patrick Dalton and Adam McLaughlin. And another Mini waiting to head into the final stage of the rally. Car 69, and that is the Mini Cooper of Wesley Guilford and Andrew Millington. Wonderful to see these Minis on our stages. Such an iconic car back in the day, and lovely to see the modern version having a dabble with the Mark II Escort as the Mark II goes round the outside. Fantastic scenes here. And then as we wait for car number 70, and that is Richie Jones and Dave Hillage heading into the stage. Only second event for Rich, so doing an exceptional job. And the next car away will be car 71, and that should be the rear-wheel drive Escort of Peter Lewis and Rhian Scudamore. That converted rear-wheel drive Escort, as we see the Escort being tightly followed by the Corsa. And yeah, car 67. 67 is Kay Thompson and Jordan Jones. And that's been competing in a Micra for the last 12 years, so faithful to the Nissan brand and to that little Micra pocket rocket. So yeah, fantastic Kay Thompson. As we see Kay head into the final stage. As we see the cars now coming through here. 72, and that is Kane Bromwich and Oscar Bromwich. They've had a strong day today, always looking like they're giving it their all. And yeah, fantastic to see. Yeah, lying in 46th overall at the moment. Car 62. And that is Lauren Parsons and Kai Evans in the Toyota Aygo, sponsored by Toyota Harlech. So Toyotas all around here for the Parsons machine. As the Skoda Felicia comes around of Arnold. And here we go. As we will we have another competitor? There are one or two competitors on my list that are yet to start, but obviously with the retirements and so on throughout the day, as we see the Subaru Impreza come through. And here we have the Civic. Oh, a bit of a slide on there for the Civic. As we see Alan Lister and Ashley Lister come through, absolutely giving it their all. And here we have the MX-5 followed by the BMW, two rear-wheel drive cars chasing each other. And we have a wonderful revving engine of that Peugeot 206 of Yuan in the driver. A bit neater around here this time, being told to tidy it up. And here we have the Vauxhall VX 220. And yeah, wonderful to see that out on the stages today. But yeah, wonderful scenes here at Llanbedr Airfield. The sun is slowly creeping down as we come to the latter part of the final stage of the day. I'm sure that all the competitors have had a wonderful day. Everything has been running fantastically with the organisers. we see the BMW come through. And that is the Andy Manley and David Jones. And here we have Peter Lewis and Ryan Scudamore coming towards us here. I've been hearing that car on the limiter quite a bit today. Either Peter's keeping it in fourth or he's got one more gear and he doesn't want to use it. But knowing Peter well from down wild west of Wales, he's fully enjoying himself. Yeah, Lauren coming through in that C2. And here we have the battle of all battles, the Formula 1000 Championship and the last stage of the rally. Who will take them honours? Will it be the Skoda of the Scotsman William Patterson, or will it be the Citroen of Henry Cunwell? Who will take them honours? But we have got a few more cars to go in the main field before we join the F1000. And here we have the lifting the wheel of the Fiesta there, of the wonderful ST coming through. It is, yeah, I'm sure everybody here is having a wonderful day. As we see the Suzuki Swift come through of Riley Chester and Steve Dovey. Been going strong all day. Yeah, if you've enjoyed our footage, please pass on the comments to the Motor Club. A big thank you to Mark, James and Chris here behind the scenes. Fantastic work by both of them. Mark and Chris been at this for many years, and then they lumber somebody like myself in. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the coverage, that's the main thing. So here we have car number 62, and that is Lauren Parsons and Kai Evans having a strong day. Only the been obviously with Lauren, she's been co-driving for quite a few years, and obviously Kai has been doing a few events, but they've now swapped over and enjoying. I'm sure Lauren is enjoying herself. Here we have the MX-5 chased down by Alan Lister in that 106. Wonderful to see so many iconic little cars out today. The Peugeot 205s, the Novas, the 106s, the Saxos. It's wonderful to see. And of course the wonderful Escorts and the Rally 2 cars as well. So if you want us to pass on some congratulations to anybody, if somebody you know has just finished and won their class, obviously pass on the message, give us a comment here. We will broadcast them if we have time now. So if you are wanting to congratulate a family member or an individual or a friend, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to broadcast them and show the appreciation. So here we have it, the final result for the top 10 of the Kevin Ephraim Memorial Toyota Harlech stages this year. First overall, and big congratulations to Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards, winning the rally by 53 seconds from John Stone and Alex Stone in that Volkswagen Polo R5. Third goes to Dan Humphries and Johnny Tad Evans. A strong result for them, just 26 seconds behind the second placeman of John Stone. Fourth goes to Jack Derbyshire and Phil Boyle. Paul Fowden takes that fifth place with Jason Sugden, while Robert Tout has to settle for that sixth place with Terry Martin by just 2 seconds. Yes, it was that close in the end. But that battle, I'm sure, will continue to the next round and on to next year by the two South Walians. But yes, 7th place goes to Mark Smith in Darien. For 8th place goes to Lewis Rees and Dorian Rees. A strong result for them in that Ford Escort rear-wheel drive. Only 14 seconds behind Mark Smith. 9th goes to Richard Owen Morgans and Liam Evans in that Rally 2. And topping out the top 10 is Brandon Smith and Lucy Cuttridge in that Darien T9. What a day of motorsport. What a result for Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards. A big congratulations to them as they secure top step of the podium. The champagne, I'm sure, will be flowing for the Fiesta Rally 2 driver this afternoon. And if he doesn't spray the champagne, he can walk to the top of that summit, the Uithva. The views from up there must be absolutely spectacular today, as we have been blessed with this footage that taken from the drone from yesterday of this wonderful site, this wonderful aerodrome in Llanbedr. What a setting, what a place, and what a rally. I must say, if you haven't enjoyed this one, there's something wrong. The stages have been fantastic, the organisation has been brilliant, and I'm sure the crews have very much enjoyed themselves. So that concludes the modern and the main field for the 2025 event, the Toyota Harlech stages. But don't go anywhere, because just in a few minutes' time, we will be welcoming back the Formula 1000 crews for the final time and the final stage of this year's event. Will the trophy go to Scotland, or will it stay in Wales? That is the question. So join us back in just a few minutes for the conclusion of the Formula 1000 and the final part of today's event. So, welcome back everybody. Croeso nôl a diweddglo for the finale of this year's event. Yes, we have had the provisional results through for the main field, and our rally winner Thomas Cooper takes the top honours. All provisional, of course, and we'll wait for the final clarification, which will be on the Harlech Facebook page and on the mainstream results page with AMS as well, AMC. So yeah, please make sure that you follow the official Harlech Facebook page, and that will guide you in all directions regarding news, pictures, and all information regarding the event as well. So yes, I hope you've all enjoyed the footage today, as we now welcome the final competitors into the final stage of this year's event, the Junior 1000s. And yes, we've had an exciting day, haven't we? We've had a battle of all battles between Henry Cynwyl and William Patterson. Now, as mentioned to you earlier, will the trophy go to Scotland or will it stay in Wales? There's just 29 seconds between both of them heading into this one. So it is going to be a close battle, I'm sure. Anything can happen, as we know in the world of motorsport. And we'll see who takes the top honours. Zach Ferber has taken the third spot now from Johan Thomas by just 4 seconds. So that is a one to look out for as well. Who will take the final place on that podium this afternoon? So yeah, as mentioned, it has been a fantastic day, and I'm sure everybody has a story to tell from the day's action, a story and memories to last a lifetime of their day up here in Gwynedd and in the Snowdonia National Park and Llanbedr. So yeah, as mentioned, one round remains in the Welsh Tarmac Dan Championship, and that comes to a close next month in mid-November for the Glyn Memorial Rally on Anglesey. So if you are about in mid-November and want some more action by these crews, go on over to Anglesey in mid-November. So yeah, we have had approximately 50 to 60 miles of action here today, and only sort of 8 miles remaining for these F1000 crews. And I'm sure there'll be some tired youngsters this evening after pushing the cars to their absolute limits all day. So the doors are closed. The stage is set. And I'm sure, look at them psyching themselves up. We can see Catrin Price in the co-driver seat, psyching, unwind, getting Henry up, ready to go. Can he do this? Can he claw back the 29 seconds that's needed? It is a big ask, but nothing is impossible in this sport. So we'll wait and see. The Citroen is started. It's a tap of the steering wheel by Henry, and I'm sure he's now fully focused on a job in hand, bringing this home and collecting valuable points for the championship. Or will he go all out and try and claim that victory? Here he goes, car 101 onto the stage, and that is the Citroen C1 of Henry Cynwyl and Catrin Price. A brilliant event for these two as the sun sets here in Llanbedr. I'm sure Henry will agree that it's been a strong performance by himself, and another strong performance by the Scotsman William Patterson. Chloe Fleming. The Skoda Citigo is go, go, go. Come down from Scotland to compete in this wonderful event. and still on a mighty attack. As you can see, the car is flying around these corners. And yeah, we'll wait to see the outcome of this one with car 103, Johan Thomas and Dewi Evans next into the stage. Will he climb back up to third? I'm sure he's desperate for that third place. So will he be able to do it? Will he claw back only the 4 seconds that he needs to get back onto that podium? It'll be a fantastic achievement if he can do it. But this crew here, these crew here will be there to try and stop him. That is car 105 of Zach Thurber and Graham Wild into the last stage. The nerves must be tingling. The anticipation is building as he chucks the car in. These youngsters, these are the future. Keep a note of some of these names. These are the people that potentially in a few years' time will be on the international scene. Car 106, and that is the City Go, and that City Go is powering itself around. As we wait for the next crew, which is 108, and Kyle Green and Rhys Stoneman. In that wonderful livery. As we see them come around the first couple of corners here. And here we have number 107, 107, Iago Edwards and Karen Tomlinson. Full revs as Iago heads to the first corner of the final stage. Round he goes. Momentum in the little City Go. And the next car away is car 111. That's Rebecca Chalis and Christine Brown. A strong day for them, lying 7th overall in the junior category at the moment. So will they hold on to this top 10 result? Fantastic result for them. As the low sun dawn comes down over this airfield here. Will that interfere a little bit on the back straight as they're heading towards the low sun? So this is the wonderful little micra of William Whale and Paul Bevan. Only their 4th event. And here we have car number 112 of Asa Pinder and Dilwyn John. And here we go as they head down towards the first corners of this final stage. We shortly should have Henry Cunwell coming round for his first loop. And here he is, Henry Cunwell. Max attack as we see 110 go off the line, and that is Daniel Bickard and Alex Mill. Here we have our rally leader William Patterson and Chloe Fleming. Car 113 off the line, and that 113 is Tom Parry and Geraint Evans as they head for the final stage. And here we have pushing on. We have got the 107. That was Shane Collins. 114 coming now. 114 is Emma Brumfield and Ian Bass. As we see the Toyota Aygo here bouncing its way into the corner. That is Shane Collins and Rob Fagg. And car number 115 is away. Finlay Pearce and Mike Jode. Finlay Pearce and Mike Jode into the final stage of the rally. And here we have Zach Ferber, the 106 car. Zach Ferber and Graham Wild. 116 of Dara McKinley and Arwell Parry. Our final crew into the stage. And we are now waiting. Here we have the next car through, which is the Citigo of Iago Edwards. Of Kyle Green, actually, that was. As we wait for our next competitors to come through. And here we have our next competitors into the hairpin. Around they go. Only a few corners remaining as we wait. As we now wait for our next crew to come past, which is 111, and that is Rebecca Chaylis and Christian Brown. Fair play. Nice, clean lines. And doing a fantastic job. As we're waiting with anticipation to see who will take the top step of the podium here at the Toyota Harlech stages. And here we have the Nissan Micra of car 109, William Whale and Paul Bevan. Fantastic day for the crew. And yeah, strong result if they keep it going. And here we have Henry Cunwell. Max attack for the final time through here. Henry Cunwell. Can he claw back enough time? Has he had the stage of his life? As we see the next competitors come through. And here we have our rally leaders. And that is William Patterson, co-driven by Chloe Fleming. Can we see? Can he start to feel and start to dream that he's won the rally outright in the Formula 1000 category? Only a few corners left. As we see our next crew come through. And here we have a race for the line between the the Peugeot and the Toyota. Fantastic to see these cars being driven so well by these juniors. Certainly names to look out for here as we look at our next competitors. Car number 105, Shane Collins, Rob Fagg. Massive amount of experience with Rob Fagg. Over 300 events since he started co-driving. 114. Emma Brumfield. And here we have, coming through, that Zach Ferber. 3 cars coming after each other here. Big battles all round. And here we have 116 of Dara McKinney. Co-driven by Arwil Parry. And next through is that of William Whale. Only we have got times on the board. We can confirm provisionally that our rally winner for the 2025 Toyota Junior Rally goes to Scotsman William Patterson and Chloe Fleming. They win the rally by 29 seconds from Henry Cynwyl and Catrin Price, setting exactly the same stage time on the final stage. So, yes, what a fantastic battle that has been. Now, who will take provisional third? Will it be Zach Ferber or will it be Johan Thomas? We're waiting for times to go on the board. But a massive congratulations to William Patterson, who has claimed victory in the 2025 Harlech Juniors Rally. Fantastic achievement. The trophy heads back to Scotland, but I'm sure the battle will commence once again when these two meet at the next rally. And we can confirm we have got a time on the board. It is all provisional. We have got a time on the board of 10:03 for Johan Thomas. We are waiting for a time for Zach Ferber, who will take the final podium place on this year's event. Who will take it? So we're just waiting to see. We have got somebody on stage there. Have we got a puncture? We have got somebody just waiting for confirmation. And we can confirm that third place on the rally goes to Zach Ferber and Graham Wild, taking the third place from Johan Thomas by 6 seconds. What a battle it has been. Boy, oh boy, it has been a fantastic day. So just to confirm, the top 3, third overall goes to Zach Ferber and Graham Wild. Second goes to Henry Cynwyl and Catrin Price. And taking top honours on the Toyota Harlech Juniors Rally is William Patterson and Chloe Fleming. Boy, oh boy, we've had a fantastic day as we see the final lot of juniors coming through. It has been a fantastic day here in Harlech by Llanbedr. It has been a wonderful day. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. It's certainly been a day to remember as we just see the final competitors come through. It has been wonderful to see the F1000 category so competitive today, as they always are in this day. So it's absolutely fantastic. But a big thank you to the organisers. What a great event. Thank you to all the marshals for being so supportive and putting up their time. We thank all the safety crews, the paramedics and the start crews, the time controllers, everything. We thank every single one. We thank also the competitors. Without the competitors, we certainly don't have a rally. A big thank you on behalf of myself to Chris Rose and Mark James for all their hard work for setting up this broadcast to you. I thank you for you. On behalf of myself, Sean Rees, thank you for your time. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the experience of seeing rally as it's so spectacularly shown on the screens for you. But have a safe journey home, everybody. Keep safe, enjoy your journey home, and from a wonderful setting here in Gwynedd, thank you all. Until next time, goodbye.